Greetings from Arizona. We're sitting here on public land, really enjoying ourselves after driving about 2,500 miles, maybe a little less, across the country west. It has been a crazy trip, not in the best way, and I'll explain that later in another episode. I'm going to talk about what exactly goes into packing an RV before you drive 3,000 miles. The first and most obvious thing is money. How much money do you think that you need to cross the country? Well, in a 40-foot bus with 2 kids and a puppy, the answer is quite a lot. So we were both bartending at the nicest golf course in town for August and September, right when we got back from Michigan this summer. We worked every day, burning ourselves out, and that seemed to be enough to at least get us confident to try. The next thing was the condition of our bus. We spent a little over $3,000 on brand new tires. We also spent about $600 on a service, which turned out to screw us in the end. Now, anytime we sit for a while, we accumulate more stuff than we can carry once we're on the road. I call this domestic sprawl, for the reason that if you notice any RV, the longer they sit, the more stuff seems to acquire outside and kinds of spread out. This is our son Abraham. He's 5 years old, and all he knows is life on an RV. And he's actually pretty good at throwing away toys once they've outlived their shelf life. And then there's all the little things, like refurbishing the cast iron pots that you've been letting rust out under the bus for 2 months, making sure you don't forget all your cords and hoses, packing up the hammocks and the chairs and the RV mat. When you hit the road, the less stuff that's just thrown together and hanging around, the more organized it is, the clearer you can think, the faster you can operate. And honestly, it sounds like overkill, but once stuff goes wrong, and it will go wrong, it's worth being organized. And I'm not an organized person. I've never been. Life on the road has forced me to become organized, and now I'm married to the game. Our first stop I'm going to bring you to is in Shenandoah Valley, Virginia, one of my absolute favorite campgrounds in the whole country. What other campground has a lazy river you can get in a tube and float all the way down to your own private waterfall? Has a bunny rescue farm, so there's literally hundreds of bunnies around here. A fully stocked fishing pond, hot tubs, 3 of them, and all for a very, very affordable price. So let's hang out in Shenandoah for a little bit.
There's Bucky freaking out about bunnies. There's Axel freaking out about bunnies. There's Abe freaking out about bunnies.
Yeah, go on the boat!
Woo! Yeah!
Stuffed up. You sure? Yeah. Oh, Burger Bay away. Chilly Shenandoah morning. Correct me if I'm wrong here. My man is waking and baking. Look, his tentacle goes right around the stove, and he's just holding it there, up in the air, like he's at a Snoop Dogg concert.
Get it, Axel.
Alright, you ready to catch something, dude?
Yeah.
First time fishing as a father-son experience?
A rainbow trout. Did it creep you out a little bit?
Yeah.
I realized today was like the perfect day for weather, and it was like 68 degrees, and it was like chilly when we first woke up. Like we had a fire going this morning on our wood stove, and then I was laying out my bikini by noon. And now I'm shutting all the windows, cooking a nice little crock pot meal, and it's warming up the house, and it feels, I don't know.
To commemorate the beginning of the 2024 Parking Lot Pirate Cross Country Trip, we present the Eternal Flame. It's official, the 2024 Parking Lot Pirate Road Trip has begun. Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-da-da. We can't get them all 4 lit at the same time.
We're going to leave this episode off a little shorter than we usually do because right after Shenandoah Valley, we broke down many times. This is a fuel lift pump that we spent over $2K replacing, which turned out not to be the issue. And that's just the beginning of it. So see you next episode when we start crossing to West Virginia and things get crazy.
You down with PLP?
Yeah, you know me.
You down with PLP?
Yeah, you know me.
down with PLP.